After 15 years since the most recent entry in the franchise, Strider Hiryu is back to headline his own game, and it is awesome. I'm Rondy Wooten, and this is my video review of Capcom and Double Helix games Strider for the PlayStation 4. Now, I'm not going to mince words here. Strider is an absolute joy to play. For a minute, I honestly considered shutting up and just letting 3 minutes of video do the talking. Since that isn't really how a review works, though, I'm going to proceed with the formalities. You play as Hiryu, an elite class member of a group of futuristic high-tech ninjas known as Striders. This time around, Hiryu's adventures have led him to the nation of Kazakh, where he seeks to overthrow a corrupt military dictator, thus saving the world from an all-out nuclear war. Standard fare. Strider's a 3D side-scroller, and I'm not sure how that's even a thing, but players will stylishly decimate hordes of enemies and periodically encounter bosses that'll employ pattern-based attacks. This means that these bosses can either be fairly easy to dispose of, or ridiculously impossible until you've got the hang of their patterns. Along the way, players will pick up several skills and upgrades to add to their arsenal of assorted ninjury? I'm going to go with ninjury on that one. And the really cool thing about these skills is that each of them is vital and it serves a purpose. It can generally be assumed that whenever you gain a new skill, the very next room is going to force you to become pretty familiar with it. And there's this huge sense of satisfaction that comes from running into an enemy type that gave you trouble before and then annihilating it with your new techniques. Another thing worth mentioning is that the game isn't broken up into chapters or stages. You get to freely explore this massive area using your abilities to access previously unreachable portions of the map. Fans of the old Castlevania games will feel right at home here. There are hidden collectibles scattered about that'll net you things like concept art and new costumes for Hiryu, and if you spend a lot of time looking for these, you won't even be mad, because fast travel sequences have never been this epic before. What? Now, no game's without its flaws, and if I had to nitpick, it'd be about how short Strider is, and about how difficult it can be. Strider's a game that needs to be learned and respected. It'll punish you otherwise. If you do get the hang of the game, though, you can probably beat it in a single, albeit pretty hardcore, binge session. Any negatives are petty ones, though, because at the end of the day, this game is only $14.99. Strider is also available on the PS3, Xbox 360, and the Xbox One. But if everything I've said still has you on the fence about picking this one up, I'd like to kindly direct you to this video footage. I rest my case.